Hey YouTubers and fellow detailers worldwide. This is a product I've wanted to show you guys before. I've mentioned it a little while ago on Detailer Buddies. This is the Citra Fresh by Citrus Resources. They were bought out by the Oats Chemical Company, or Oats Company. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's probably fairly recently. Now this is a carpet spotter and a laundry liquid that is awesome, not just for that, but on washing your microfiber towels and your buffing pads of all kinds. Wool, shore buff, rayon, microfiber, foam pads, wool pads, everything. Basically, you can use it as a carpet pre-spray, a spotter, doing your washing your clothing, and it is absolutely sensational on microfiber towels. I use a bit of vinegar as a fabric softener at the end, but it's certainly awesome. Now I've had this 5 litre which cost me $38 from my local supplier, and I've probably, well, I can't remember exactly how many washes I've gotten out of it, but there's 3.5 litres left. And I've washed most of my buff pads, I'd say dozens and dozens and dozens of times, and about 20 loads of laundry, and cleaned floor mats with it, and done the carpet in my father's office there, and it's absolutely awesome. Now what the great thing about it is, and I'm just going to go through and show you some of my pads. Great thing is that it keeps, it does help to prevent the delamination of these, the foam from the microfiber or the microfiber from the foam. It doesn't affect the Velcro whatsoever on pretty much all buff pads except for some Lake Country foamed walls. The backing on the Velcro on the foam wall, basically the Velcro is good, but the glue's crap, and that's why it doesn't last. I mean, you can use some things that'll make it prevent it from wearing out and failing, but besides that, Citra Fresh is absolutely sensational. Great on shore buff pads. What else we got here? We've got these black and white pads here are from Lake Country and Buff and Shine, and some of these are the old Lake Country Eurotech, also known as the Wolfgang pads. This one here is around from about 2003. I've had it since 2003-04 when I really got serious and started getting pretty damn good at using a rotary. So they're 10 years old. Some of these are 7 or 8 years old. And they're still very, very good, in great condition. I don't know how some of these crash shops manage to fuck these things up. Okay, maybe they clean their pads on a corner of a bloody table or something, or use a screwdriver, but that's just stupid. Doesn't work very well at all. What it will do is, if you're using a polish that's got a dye in it, it'll help to remove the dye. It'll bring back that original colour. It'll prevent it from fading away. Some of these have not been cleaned with Citra Fresh. This one has. This is a FlexiPads 80mm heavy polishing pad, not a cutting pad. That's in great shape as well. Move on down. Some of my old edge pads and some Meguiar's soft buff beige pads. I love those. These are probably 6 to 7 years old. And look at the condition of those. And they've been used with Menzerna, they've been used with all sorts of stuff, and I've basically converted them into expert pads for 1500 and the 3000 dueling polish. Got some wool pads here, some denim and velvets from Osran, which I'm not going to be buying anymore. I'll be going to CarPro and FlexiPads. And I'll tell you what, on wool pads, they are great. Right, so let's get over to the kitchenette, grab some Citra Fresh, and clean some of my pads. Righto. Where are we? Oh, I've got the other ones down there. Let's go back. I've put them back over on the kitchenette. So let's go in there and shut the door. Get the bloody music out. Right, so there's my little Citra Fresh sprayer. Basically, all you got to do is go like so. Give it a rinse, and you can use your thumbs to wash it out, or you can actually use a brush. I can't use a brush because I'm holding the camera, but even just that alone will help. And because I'm using the expert polishes, which are single polish systems and they're water based, I'm talking 100% water based here, we're not talking about a solvent water mixture. All the stuff comes straight out with just water alone. But to help the pad fibres and to keep the colour good, I'm using a little bit of Citra Fresh. I'm basically done. Let that dry. Now what I do with my pads is I usually hang them upside down so that all the water drains downwards and doesn't absorb into this part, which means it could fuck up the glue and whatever. I mean, the Citra Fresh won't cause that, but I just don't like, especially, you know, if any of you guys have got European foam pads, especially the closed cell ones, you'll notice how much water those bastards can hold. And if you've got it sitting like that on a drying rack, it's all that shit down there, all the Velcro and the glue at the bottom of the pad's going to absorb a ton of water. I mean, it's going to go away eventually, but I mean, it's just not good for it. So hang it upside down, it'll drip down, done. Now, as far as machine washing goes, I reckon that there is enough for about 3 to 4 washes in a machine, full size load. You don't need much. The days of using, you know, conventional liquid laundry detergents, powders, and using 50 to 80 mils per wash, that's gone. You can forget that bullshit. Now, if you have got stained pads, here's some expert. This is a wool pad, 100% Australian wool pad sold by Dynabraid. It's actually a guy from Lebanon actually comes to Australia, buys the wool, takes it back and makes it over there and then ships it back, and he's really put them together nicely. See all the way it's held together? These things will never separate. If you've got staining that's really bad, or you've got single stage paint residue in there and you've used a solvent based polish, you may need to use something like a laundry liquid, a dishwashing liquid. And much as I hate these things, they will clean out that shit quick, but that's the only thing I'll use it for. That's it. I've got a Festool white here. Now you can add water to it. I'll use the Pure Tap actually. Give it a bit of that. You can add water to it first, a bit of that, and then work it around. You know, anything like that basically. But like I said, if I didn't have to hold this camera, I'd be using a brush. Stuff is very low foaming, so you're not fighting shitloads of suds. That's pretty much as easy as it is. With microfibers, same deal. They'll come up really nice. You might have to use 2 or 3 sprays. This spray is pretty crap too, by the way, guys. But I've got to tell you, man, stuff is the bee's knees. There is nothing like this. This is the stuff you got to use, man. Especially if you've got a pad washer, you try that. I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit. But there you go, Citra Fresh. Absolutely the bee's knees. Best shit ever to clean pads, towels, your clothing, and cleaning carpets, floor mats that I've ever come across. Absolutely sensational. Alright, I'm thinking about you guys in the States who might not be able to get their hands on this. Maybe there's an American alternative by another brand over there. If not, I'm happy to send everybody in my friends list from the States probably 50 mil to try it out once I buy my 15 litre, which is basically $70 or $80 to buy. Now they also make some other different things here. They've got a honeydew, orange, honey and vanilla hand cleaner, which is really good for your skin. Citrus dish can be used to wash your car, and it leaves a protective film and prevents bugs from sticking on it. And they reckon that you can actually spray the dish on there directly, not take it off, drive across country, come back and rinse the car, and the bugs will fall off. Good shit. But it also removes printer's ink and all sorts of other stuff. This is all made from orange oil. Amazing shit. And there's the Citra Fresh right here, see? Carpet spotter, heavy stains, laundry liquid, low sudsing laundry detergent for front and top loading machines. Use 5 to 10 mils only per wash. Notice that? 5 to 10 mils. Don't need fabric softener. Now, as far as doing laundry, I still recommend fabric softener because it doesn't make your clothing as soft as a fabric softener does. As far as microfiber towels go, use Citra Fresh to wash, and vinegar in the fabric softener dispenser for that reason. Pre-wash stain remover for all clothes, baker's clothes as well. There you go, guys. So give it a try if you can get your hands on it. If you can't, I'm willing to send you guys out some. I'm going to get my 15 litre for 70 bucks. This is $38.50. This has been Matt from Detailology, and thanks for watching. Hope this has been helpful to you guys. Bye.